This is where I am most of the time. It's where we keep all of the shoes for the dancers. The gentlemen dancers, their shoes are over here. Everyone has a box. And then I check in what shoes I order and arrive for them, and check out what shoes they actually receive. We keep very close track. These are the ladies' shoes, the point shoes. Some of them take a year to arrive, so I have to order them a year in advance.
Wow.
Because they're done to the dancer's specifications.
Sure.
Luth is one of those that do absolutely take a year to get in, so you have to sort of plan ahead. And they're very specific with some of these shoes, which all of these shoes actually, they have different makers. So there's all different marks on the bottom of the shoes. And that's one cobbler that makes this shoe. And he will make all of these shoes for every dancer that uses frieds in the world. And so dancers, Luth for instance, uses Anchor, very attached to their makers. There is no substituting them. So,
sure. So
this is where I am.
Different makers from all around the country then?
Well, no, with fried, and that's where I would say that most professional dancers use frieds. There is one company in London. They have 20 makers, 25 makers with their own little symbols. And yeah, they just cobble away, and that's why it takes a year to get your shoes.
That's cool.
I usually order about 20 to 30 pairs per order, just to make sure we have enough. Laundry room. This is second where I spend the most of my days. There's not much to say. It's a laundry room. This is where I clean the tutus. Tutus, when this is never washed. The tulle part of the tutu would ruin it. I mean, I can do a little bit of hand work on it, but we can't dry clean it. It would destroy it. And then we hang them upside down, and I have the rest of, you can see where the rest of the shoes are stored, waiting to be put in their boxes.
And then you dye shoes as well?
Yes, yes. And we use a shoe dye when you used to dye your shoes to match bridesmaids would dye their shoes to match their dresses. Same thing, except for the point shoes. And it's nice because you can actually mix the colors together and get exactly the tone that you want. We had a show called Something Blue, and every point shoe had to be a specific kind of blue to match their dress. And it was very fun.
I bet.
I had a lot of fun. It was
That's
good.
Cool.
Yeah. This is the costume shop that we're going into. And they're very busy with Dorian Gray right now. We have our first dress rehearsal today, so this is coming up to the wire. Up above us is Nutcracker, and this is where it hangs during the year when we're not using it.
So tailoring and alterations going on here.
All the important stuff happens here.
Right.
I just take care of
How many
things.
employees in here?
Well, Harlan and Mary are here full time. Harlan is our draper, he's right there, and Mary Peering is our costume director. And then there are stitchers that come in per show as needed as well. We keep all of the costumes before they go to the theater. And actually they get loaded in to the theater in these. And so they have two purposes. They're on wheels, and they also serve as, of course, where we hang everything at the theater as well. When we're at the PAC, I take them out and put them in the dressing rooms, but the PAPS is a little bit different because it's so much smaller. So we'll be using them a lot like we use them here.
Sure.
This is where we store a lot of our costumes that are waiting for the next performance. But when I was learning about this job, I spent a lot of time down here trying to figure out where everything was. But like, for instance, here, this is La Boheme, which we did a few years ago. That's my favorite. Paul Daigle was the costume designer, and they're all, it's a period piece, so they're all vintage, and a lot of things came from antique stores and thrift stores. And Mary, we joke around a lot about me stealing these, which I wouldn't do. But I do worry that something will disappear and they'll come looking at me. So that's my favorite. We store things. It's not glamorous how we store things in
Right.
boxes, but
Fun though. Oh, I like
Yeah.
this.
yeah, those are the
Like lizard feet?
well, these are the geese feet
Oh.
for Nutcracker, and our Nutcracker. These are waiting to be repaired, and they're here so I don't forget. Because after Nutcracker, you want to forget. No, you don't. It's a lovely performance, but it's just so many.
Intense, I'm sure.
There's so many, and yeah, yep. Oops, this we need to fix. This is where we keep tutus. I think this is for a bass drum, but this is where we keep tutus.
Well, that works.
Yeah, and have always. So, this is a dreadfully wrinkly tutu that should be taken care of. Someone should do that.
Someone.
Someone should do their job.
Some random person.
Some random person. Yeah. So we have a lot of what we used to do at the PAP, or we usually do at the PAPs, are smaller pieces. So these represent that. You can see how many costumes are here. There's just 6. So La Boheme, Dorian Gray is going to be different in that we have 60 costumes, and it'll be a space challenge. But I think it'll be good for us. We're excited. Usually I have one person there as a dresser. There's a team of wonderful ladies that work as dressers. This time we'll have 4 because there's going to be a lot of quick changes.